If you gamble to win, you end up losing. If you gamble just to have fun, and that's the outcome, you know you're going to spend the money, that's healthy. I'm here in Las Vegas in a casino with all sorts of different types of gaming technology that's really advanced quite a bit over the years, but they're still based on the same principle, the law of intermittent reward, which was really pioneered by a psychologist in the mid-20th century called B.F. Skinner, where he had a bunch of rats pressing levers, and he found that when occasionally they pressed a lever, they got a reward, a food pellet, and sometimes they got shocked. That uncertainty created a compulsion, and it basically created an addiction to pressing the lever. So if you think about it, when people go and they gamble, and really it's very similar for things like smoking as well, but especially gambling, and imagine a rat pressing a lever, it's actually very similar. People pulling a lever, pressing buttons, and there's this compulsion that develops because there's the hope, the promise of winning that $1 million jackpot, but the reality is most of the time people win only a few dollars and end up losing more than they put in. And this has been a proven science, or else it wouldn't be such a profitable industry. So this compulsion that affects people here in Vegas and in other areas where they're gambling, including online gambling, is really, it's kind of sad if you think about it. On one hand, people think they're doing this for fun, and while some people are doing it for fun, most people who lose most of the money that supports these resorts and these casinos are doing it because they fear missing out, and there's this hope that they're actually going to win the big jackpot. Very often people lose money and then tell themselves, "What if I just do it again, I can make that money back." And that's the trap. And we all have the potential to become addictive, or to become addicted to certain behaviors. So this is just one example. The other interesting thing that's to notice when you look at a casino, similar to looking at someone who is smoking, and sometimes people who are drinking alcohol, is you look at them and you can look at their face and they're in a trance, eyes glazed over, and really not noticing things around them. People walking by here tend to notice because they're being observant, but people who are sitting at a slot machine can go into a trance the same way you can if you're watching a movie or playing a video game or watching TV. Hours can go by, and if the person is just basically behaving like a robot, putting money after money, endless amount of money that people often don't even have, and they're wasting it. And what I want you to think about is, when you're doing something, are you doing it mindfully or are you doing it mindlessly? And I'm not saying that I'm against gambling. I think if you approach it from a point of view where it's entertainment, and you show up and you say, okay, tonight I'm going to invest $100 or whatever the number is on having a good time, on entertainment, that's fine. But if you tell yourself, I'm going to win and I don't want to lose, that's where you get into the psychological trap of being that rat pressing a lever. If you gamble to win, you end up losing. If you gamble just to have fun, and that's the outcome, you know you're going to spend the money, that's healthy. So just keep that in mind. Think about where you're mindlessly compulsion oriented and how much you're actually doing consciously. Think about that. And that awareness is the first step to having a healthier relationship with yourself, your body, your relationships, and money, of course, especially in Las Vegas.